Welcome to Coffee with Colleen. How are you guys doing? I just want to make sure this is working correctly. Give me a second here. I am outside. The weather's perfect for filming. I'm going to clean the lens. There, that's a little better. I have exciting interview coming up with my brother-in-law. Hi. Hey, Mindy. Hello, welcome. Hello. I don't want to say your name wrong, but Oidola David. Welcome. Again, I remember you when we first did it. So I wanted to start off with a fun introduction. Changing it up. So I am currently about to have Jobe jump in here, and I want to show him because, ta-da! He is with me right now.
Yeah.
I'm in Indiana, which is awesome. And hang on, my sisters.
You might need to use. Are you using your internet or my internet?
I'm using my data.
Okay.
Now that will be on film forever. But anyway, so Jobe is here with me, and look at this beautiful
Hi.
fire we have
Hi,
going
everyone.
on. It's hard to show both of us while we're sitting. Maybe I can get this. But while he's here with me in the background, I'm going to share a quote with you as I clumsily do this. That I found online. I think it's funny. I think it's perfect because Jobe here is a father and a very good father, very good, hardworking man, awesome husband, great brother-in-law. He's loving, caring. He's amazing, and I'm really happy that he wanted to do this with me. I'm so excited.
Yeah, me too.
Yay! And he's got lots of things to share with you guys. One thing that we'll go do first is gardening, which is amazing, and I know a lot of people are learning about gardening right now. So we're going to do that, and we have other surprises too. You're going to love it. But I'm going to read this quote because I think it's funny. It's more funny probably with the picture, but I found a quote online. It says, "I've put myself in timeout until I can play nice with the others. This may take a while." And it's adult quote, and I think it's hilarious because in the picture, I actually have it up. It's one of those old-fashioned. Have you seen those like vintage quotes?
I have seen some
Okay.
of those.
It made me think of the kids because you put them in
Yeah.
timeout. I'm like, I love timeout. Like, I'll take a timeout. I know we're all kind of in timeout.
Exactly.
So maybe
We are.
it's kind of like that for me. So let's see. I took a picture of it so you guys can see. So Jobe, you can just be the entertainment for the moment.
No, guys, I'm happy to be on Coffee with Colleen. I think it's a fun little thing she's doing. I think it's awesome. I'm excited to do it. I've got some few neat things to show you. If you know about gardening a little bit, then I'll show you that, and then also some of my hobbies and my passions.
Yay! And my mom's on. So hi, Mom.
Hey.
And so is John. Hey, John.
Hey, John.
And also, Mindy says she loves timeouts.
Yes.
Yes, I'm sure. Probably more like in the bathtub, too. But this is the picture. I think it's just so hilarious. Let's see if you can see it well. There you go. There it is. She's taking a timeout for herself. So there you go. The quote for today, encouragement. Take some time out, even though you've been, like time out, but you've probably been cooped up with, your family. And so take a time out. Enjoy yourself. Make yourself a brandy or a coffee and take yourself a time out, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, let's do our mugs.
Yeah.
Tradition. Okay, so I'll go first because yours are way cooler than mine, so I don't want to end on me. So I picked this mug. It says X-Men on it because I love superhero movies, and I know a lot of people, dog and say bad things about X-Men, but I like X-Men.
I do too. I like all of the
Yay,
X-Men,
good.
Marvel movies. Oh, yeah.
That's right. Look, the fire's coming out of the cup.
Oh, yeah.
This is actually Jobe's cup, so he's letting me borrow it for the show. And I'm drinking. Oh.
It keeps stopping.
So, I hear that you guys are losing me. That's sad.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just keep
going.
going.
I've got some mugs here, some of my favorite mugs. One, these mugs kind of characterize who I am and what I'm about. So my first mug here is my one I probably had the longest. And one, I love coffee. I love coffee time. That's my favorite time in the morning. Come out on the deck, drink some coffee, enjoy a peaceful time, praying, feeling the Holy Spirit, all those things. I love that. So this is my first mug, and that's my passion, and I teach my kids about that and my family. I believe it's very important, is about Jesus.
Yeah.
So this is my Man of God mug.
Woo-hoo! Man of God.
And one of my favorite verses is Proverbs 3:6. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your paths. So I like this mug the most because this is one of the pillars of my life.
Yeah.
And then I get into my other mug, which is my career. So I got this mug. I work for Nutrient Ag Solutions. Oh yeah, on the shirt. So I really I have a passion about agriculture. So I'm a marketing manager for them. I support 165 employees that we have in the state of Indiana. I love it. So this mug is a seed care mug. I'm in charge of our seed business. And Syngenta is one of our manufacturers. So this is a mug they sent me a few years ago. So I drink out of this mug. One, because it's rustic and cool looking, you know. And two, because it represents what I do. So
cool.
I do like that. My last mug is one of my favorite hobbies is hunting, fishing, doing all the outdoor stuff. And this mug, actually, Colleen bought this for me and Corey last Christmas.
Yay.
So
yes,
this one is, if you can't see it, it says, "I'm into preserving wildlife. My freezer is full of it." So yeah.
and
If you don't get that, you'll get to see my basement as we get into this coffee with Colleen. So you'll get to understand a little bit more about that and how some of this stuff that I've killed, I've eaten. So you'll see.
Yep. You're gonna discover some awesome things. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna have Mindy. Hey, Mindy, if you're listening, which I see you are, will you come out here? I'm gonna ask you a question as we go on our walk. Mom's laughing. And then we're gonna head out to the garden. You can see in the background his backyard. Their backyard is really gorgeous and beautiful. Can I have you hold that for me for a second? I'll have Jobe hold this. And okay, Jobe, I have a question as I run away for a second.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to share one redneck quote with them. Go.
Redneck. Oh, everybody thinks I'm a redneck.
No.
Well, one of the redneck quote. One of my favorite ones is about, I heard a guy come out, it was an employee actually that I had. He come out and everybody had heard of the green eggs that you grill on. So he bought one of these green eggs. He came into work and I said, "Hey, how do you like that green egg?" He said, "Man, it just changed my life. Changed my life." So that is a pretty true redneck quote because green eggs, they probably will change your life if you don't. So I've got some other cool ones, probably not appropriate for this thing. So I'm walking out here to the garden. Colleen is catching up with me.
Running. Okay. Yay! Good job, Jobe. Keep going.
Days to germinate depending on the soil temperature. So most garden stuff like soil temperatures in the 50s. So a lot of our soil temperatures don't get there until mid-May. So we want to get about 52, 53 before we start germinating crops. So typically I work with corn and soybeans, but I love gardening. My dad had a green thumb, and we like to do that. So we do actually have some broccoli next. It's about ready to pick here in a few days. We got some plants that were a little more mature, so that is why it is coming along good.
That's pretty. They're even beautiful. They're beautiful
look
flowers.
Blue. Yes, they look blue.
They do look a little blue. Yeah.
Yep.
It's pretty.
So the next row, so I plant all my stuff in rows. One, because it looks good, and two, because so Mindy runs the tiller. So my wife is the tilling machine.
That's awesome.
She loves it. So that's why I plant them in straight rows so she can run the tiller to kill the weeds that continue to take over our garden. Next is our tomatoes. We got about 17 tomato plants. So tomatoes, one, they like warm weather. We've had and sunny days. We have got cloudy days. One interesting fact about tomato plants, and I learned this from an old 90-year-old guy that I have as an acquaintance with, is that tomato plants get a blight on them on their fruit, and it's called basically like a little rot on the fruit. And you can prevent that by putting some little pale lime in the hole with the tomatoes. So if you put pale lime in the hole with the tomatoes, you do not get the rot of the fruit if there's a dead spot. If you ever grown tomatoes, you understand that, oh my, you always have that dead spot. So we figured out a way to decrease that because they do like that, the limey substance.
So my question, so you said a pale lime. What is a pale lime?
So pale lime, so lime affects the soil pH.
Gotcha, pale lime.
So pale lime is a pelletized form of lime.
Okay.
So lime helps reduce the pH of the soil.
Okay, great. That's good to know.
So this next is potatoes.
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 Potato.
Tomatoes, tomatoes.
Tomato, tomato.
Whatever you want to say.
Yep.
But potatoes, that we like them because they're fresh. So we eat actually the roots of them. So they produce their tubers. So they produce the potato that we eat underground. So we have to wait till fall to dig them.
Gotta wait till fall.
Yep, wait till fall.
Can't just buy them,
Can't.
We're so used to instant.
Yeah. Instant
This
potatoes.
is better.
Boo. Terrible. So, moving on. Here, guys, the next row is one of my favorite things. If you're into like paleo diets or anything like that, is peppers. Peppers. We love peppers.
Except for my husband, he hates peppers.
Except for Corey.
Sorry, Corey.
Come on, brother. So we got peppers here. I got jalapeno peppers. We got sweet peppers. We got green peppers. We like stuffing peppers with meatloaf.
Yeah. Wow, I've never heard that. That sounds really...
Stuff peppers with meatloaf. Have it all together.
Maybe we should have that recipe later.
I'm telling you, we can give you that.
That does sound really good.
Yep.
So these are the... Right? I'm going in the right spot, right? Here's the peppers. Such a beautiful garden. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Hi.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. We do have sweet potatoes next, so sweet potato fries. If you do know how to fry sweet potato fries, I want to know. We've tried it. It never turns out like the restaurants.
Yeah, I know. I think they add flour, honestly.
I know. I think they add a little coating on there, Colleen.
They're cheating, I think.
I think so. Yeah. We like sweet potatoes. Then we have onions.
Sweet potatoes. Right here. Make sure I get it in view. Okay, onions. You say sweet onions?
These are onions, yes. They're sweet onions. We cut them up, eat them in a lot of things. So onions you set them as a set, so you just push them barely into the ground, and they start taking off. So it's pretty simple.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
This might be a really stupid question, but okay. So an onion, the root or the whatever's popping up looks like green onions.
Yep.
Is that green onions? And then the inside is the white or sweet.
The white onion. Yep.
Yes.
So you can cut the top of them. If you come around here, we can show you some more mature onions.
Yeah.
I have 3 tires.
Oh, yeah.
And show them the tires.
Oh, yeah.
I have 3 tires over there. And the reason, yes, that is redneck. I understand that. But tires, they're black.
So you might be
black
a redneck.
if you have tires in your backyard. But tires heat up. Black heats up faster than white. So anytime you got black substance around soil, it heats up faster, so I can grow stuff faster in the tires for early gardening. And I'll show you the difference. You see this garden is mostly dirt. We want to see green stuff.
Although they're tires, I will say they actually look fancy. The way that you've placed them. I don't know if that was Mindy or Jobe.
Some of you Californians out there, I'm telling you. I was out there in Monterey last year, the year before, in Salinas Valley, and witnessed some of the coolest things I've ever seen as far as lettuce growth and strawberries and stuff. But I got my own strawberry patch, so I'm competing without there. I planted 75 strawberries, just planted them. Strawberries are difficult in Indiana, but we like fresh berries if we can get them to grow.
I love
here.
strawberries.
So,
we have a comment from Brendan real fast.
Yes, Brendan.
So I think partially baking the sweet potato before frying them would help. Also, cutting them smaller. It is a harder tuber than
Yes,
the
it
regular.
is.
Okay, yeah.
I agree. Thank you.
So that's a
Brendan.
good idea, yeah.
Yes, thank you for that
That's
advice.
great. Thank you.
That.
Good advice.
I'm gonna try it.
Hey, Nicole. So, cool.
We're gonna take 2 quick moments, and then we're gonna get on to something else.
You're going to like that, too. It's pretty awesome.
So,
Oh, yeah. We
tires
skipped that.
from a distance. So these are beets, right here.
Mom, she likes beets.
Yes, beets. If you've ever eaten beets, people think of beets as canned beets. We eat them fresh. We eat them with butter. Mindy loves them. She's obsessed with them. She likes them.
That sounds really delicious.
So this is what I'm talking about, why you get an early start on gardening. This is lettuce.
Ooh.
This is lettuce and onions. So these are the green onions that I was talking about. And here's your lettuce. So we can eat salad any day of the week. And we like it.
Aw, that looks really yummy.
And this one has nothing in it because this is asparagus. Asparagus hadn't come up yet. I planted new roots. So asparagus comes up. You plant the roots deep in the ground, and they come up each year, and they and you cut off the shoots to eat.
That's
so
cool. That's cool.
they have not.
Isn't that like
They're
a 10
coming up.
day, the 10-day baking period too?
I don't know. I don't know that.
I think it was.
So,
And to the last thing in the
yeah.
garden that I do have here
Yes.
is sweet corn. Indiana's famous for sweet corn.
Yes.
We love sweet corn.
this is right.
So
I'm totally
I have
stepping.
some
Sorry.
some come up, some didn't come up. I planted this stuff on April the 6th that are big. And then I spread out my planting, so I plant every about 2 weeks, so we always have fresh sweet corn till it frosts.
Yeah.
So we
okay.
can always eat that. So that is gardening
What about your apple?
wrap
Your
up.
trees?
Well, we do have trees. I do have some fruit trees here. I do have 2 peach trees, which are the little ones.
Peach trees. Get off of this mess.
So we're just trying
Out
to
of your-
figure out the tree thing. It's harder to grow trees because we get late frosts, and frosts kill the buds of the fruit. So this is a peach tree, first year for it, and this is our 3rd year apple trees over here.
Oh, 3rd year. Wow. That's
So they're getting
beautiful.
bigger. We bought them small, and they actually had blooms on them, and I think they may have frosted out this year. So we may not get any apples,
You
unfortunately.
did get some crazy weather.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
heard. I wasn't here to know. Mention the glass on the tires. That's what John is saying. There's glass on the tires?
No, so I have glass in a raised bed up here.
Oh,
So
okay.
I put. You can make a raised garden bed. You can put it over a tire if you've got old windows, or if you have just a clear piece of glass. You can basically create a greenhouse. It's a greenhouse effect, so it can heat your soil up even in February in Indiana, because we're obviously winter then. Especially at early March time frame, we can get a lot of growth on stuff, and we can show you our little raised bed up by our house. Mindy gets a little lazy. I'm just gonna say that out loud. She doesn't want to walk to the garden to pick the vegetables, so I had to put one up by the house for her. All you men know what I'm talking about.
Well, that's interesting because today I was like, Mindy, I really want spinach. And she's like, you have to go pick it in the garden. I was like, never mind. It was right by. Dang it. I should have not been.
There's probably not much more.
So Brendan's saying, south of there, below the Monterey Valley, there is a valley with 17 feet of blacktop soil.
Oh, yes.
They do 7 plantings and harvest a year there. I was delivering from there
Amazing.
to Texas in the winter, and that's pretty cool.
That's amazing.
Look at this, right
This
by
is
the
the
house.
raised bed right by the house that we put the windows over to get stuff growing early. So spinach, this is when spinach is really mature. It starts heading out and seeding out. So spinach is about done on these plants because we already start producing seed. So all these every plant wants to flower and reproduce, just like humans. So yeah, that's the seed.
That's a good subject
when
there.
they
Let's
get,
talk
when
about
they get
that.
mature. Yeah, you would want to talk about that.
Whatever. We did discuss potential. No,
Yeah.
We won't talk
and
about
I had radishes in here.
Oh,
So
nice.
there's
Just
a
rip that
radish.
right out.
If you like radishes.
I'll eat it with the dirt on it. I'm
Yeah,
just
it'll be a
kidding.
little hot, a little big, a little hot. So there is our raised bed here. So
Oh, that's awesome. Well, that's the gardening. Is anyone that has questions, you can just type them in the comments. You guys have been commenting, so just want to let you know. Also, I'll give you information to contact him, or like via Facebook maybe will probably be good if you do. Or, oh, can we?
Yeah.
So, if you guys were with us last Coffee with Colleen, Mindy, I was interviewing his wife, my sister, and she briefly showed us what they've been doing during the quarantine time. And this is a close-up of it because I'm here now, which is thank you, Jesus. And I was very safe when I was going through everything, you know, through the airport and everything. And everyone at the airport was nice. So it's nice that we have a tiny little bit of freedom right now. So, but okay. So this is our next subject, and we'll just go into it. So, Joe,
Yes,
come back to me.
I'm back.
Oh, is that fine? Here, we'll open this up. Okay, so what would you like to share? Let's do the name that.
Name that.
Minnie's also being our cinematographer over here, just in case this like cuts out at some point. All right, so I'm gonna do this selfie style. These are some furs we got, starting with
this.
this one. Okay, so
What is this? Anybody know what this animal is or was?
okay, yeah, perfect. Okay, so this animal, I'm supposed to guess.
Colleen, face the camera.
Okay, so this animal, as I
Feeling it. She's got to feel it and grope it.
Okay, I want to say a coyote.
Yes. Is very soft. These are very soft animals. This next one.
Is pretty cool.
Show the camera.
Are you ever gonna wear this as like a scarf?
No.
I'm just being goofy. You're like, what? That's awful. So this is, I'm guessing, a fox. Is gotta be a skunk.
Yeah.
I'm doing really well. It's just.
So how do you skin a skunk
How do
without getting sprayed?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
I Googled it.
Okay, I was gonna say I have no idea.
I did.
So how do you?
Very delicately. It's like a ticking time bomb.
You know? She's laughing. This is the other side.
Do you want to tell them what it is?
Wait, just wait. It's a good long lag.
Why don't you like?
Oh, we got another
tell
comment.
Try, John. No, I'm just kidding. No.
You gotta take it outside because this room won't get any internet.
How about we take this outside?
Take your beaver.
Well, now I know it.
That's exactly you don't know.
So maybe we'll have to take some stuff outside or something.
Yep.
Maybe I'll have you go in and out if you feel
I
safe
can.
with carrying
You
stuff.
stay right here.
Okay. So we're gonna come outside and see if this works
Stay
better.
over here. Just get this way.
Okay. Good call. It's just pausing over and over again. So, okay. So this is another one. Maybe come closer. I don't want to be that far.
So this is the last fur. Who knows what that is? Anybody?
Anybody?
Like a circular fur.
No, it looks like.
Soft, isn't it?
Yeah, that is oddly soft. I never would think
Crazy
of this
soft.
being soft.
Yeah.
So I'll say it's a beaver. But
Yeah.
it is super soft. I never thought of a beaver.
Very soft. Yeah, you think of coarse hair, but they got really fine hair and it's really, really warm because they're in the water. They got it over winter.
That makes sense.
So,
That makes sense.
yeah.
That's awesome. So
Yeah.
we are aware that the connection's really bad. So what we might need to do.
Yep, I'm going to bring out another
Yeah.
item and tell you a story about it.
Here, can I hand that to you? So Jobe's gonna come in and out, and we're hopefully gonna get some good connection going. We will see. So,
It won't change.
oh here. Oh, is this wet? So I'm excited about this story and about what he's bringing out. So Jobe is obviously you can see by the furs and things that he's been that he's been showing that he's a hunter and he's a really good hunter. And so, all right, share this.
So this is the largest buck that I've killed to date. So I killed this one. Actually, it's been a long time ago. I haven't killed one since then as big as this one. This one is a 13-point buck that I killed back on the back side of our property a long time ago with a bow and arrow. I got it. It came in at 19 yards. Weird story. My brother, he hunted this stand that I was sitting in to get this buck. He hunted it the night before and missed this deer. And he thought it wouldn't come back, and he actually went to hunt again, and he actually cut his finger really bad, and so he was bleeding and not feeling well. So we decided to go in that night. So the next morning, we decided to go hunting. I said, well, I'm going to sit in that stand. He's like, there's sin everywhere. You're not going to see that deer, blah, blah, blah. I said, well, I'll try, you know. So I went there. He thought we put him in the better spot, we thought, you know, and it was 7 o'clock in the morning, did a few deer calls, and here comes old big fella down the path. Boom, boom, boom. Thump! Yeah. Got him. Ran about 15, 20 yards, fell over. Yeah. Pretty good feeling if you're a hunter. The rush is unbelievable. We like eating them. We respect our wildlife here. Fun sport. So, yeah, this is the deer that I wanted to show you.
That's awesome. That's so funny. And what did Todd, like, how did he feel after
Yeah,
you got
he was devastated.
Yeah. You're like, it's mine.
Yeah. I still remind him of it every season.
Totally. Do you have another one?
Yes,
Connection is good now.
I will bring another thing back to show you. Just 1 second.
Yay, that's so cool, yeah. So here in Indiana, I'll have to ask Jobe, but I'm pretty sure, I'm trying to maneuver two different things, but they have like hunting season. So those of you who don't maybe know a little bit about hunting season, like when is hunting season for you guys? I won't put it on you yet.
Hunting season for us starts, bow season starts October 1st. Then gun season starts mid-November here in Indiana.
Cool. Oh yeah, so that's nice. So the bow is kind of a way to make it a little harder.
Yep, so it's early season. So when they say we're in the rut, so if you guys don't know what rut is, that's the breeding season for deer. So that's the time that the bucks are running around like crazy, looking for that hottie.
That special sun. I'm like, that special someone. You're like, that hottie.
Hottie.
That's so awesome.
So.
That's funny. Corey and I do that. I'm like, oh, it's so beautiful. It's like, he just thinks she's hot. it's different views. So
Oh, shoot.
all right, so I'm going to zoom out.
Next is one of my favorite kills.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
And where were you?
Boo-boo.
Oh no, that's awesome.
So this is a black bear. Obviously, we don't have black bears.
Maybe if I stand here, maybe it's, there we go.
Yeah, so if you didn't hear that, we don't have black bears in Indiana. I did not kill this in my backyard. I killed this one up with an outfitter out of Minnesota. And my first black bear I've ever seen, ever killed, ever shot, anything like that. It was a neat experience. They sit us over bait. So they put me in a stand, dropped me off in the middle of the wilderness, and you literally don't see, they put you up in a stand and they got food piled in a bunch of logs. And all of a sudden, you're sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and you can't judge how big these bears are very well if you haven't seen very many.
Yeah.
So I didn't shoot the biggest bear in the world, but it was my first bear that I've shot. And it was an awesome experience. Got to do it with good friends. Fun time at camp, hanging out with the guys and stuff like that. So here is Boo Boo the bear.
That's awesome. That's so crazy that you got to hunt that.
Yeah.
Good job, Joe.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. It's cool.
All right, I'm going to get one.
Be consistent. And let us know if you're if it's frozen for you guys. And we'll keep maneuvering ourselves, trying to keep in the good connection. So, you can hear the birds. It's very nice. So beautiful. They're just having conversation. Dun, 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 dun,
All right.
dun, dun.
I'm back. So this last one, I've been hunting these things for a long time, and I finally got one last year. And it was more difficult than I thought it would be to hunt, and we don't have very many of them around here, but I did kill this one on our property. I do have a passion for killing stuff local here. I'm not traveling a lot. So this is Mr. Tom Turkey.
Ta-da!
So, and I did this mount myself. Normally I don't do the mounts. I send them off to a taxidermist to do, but I thought I could do this stuff myself on this mount. So, and it turned out fantastic for what I think is fantastic. So I'm sure there's flaws if you're a taxidermy guy. So this is a turkey.
That's awesome.
So
that's beautiful.
Beautiful. The fan. This is called the fan up here. Beautiful. This is what they do. They strut and they pop that fan out so they can say, "Hey, buddy, I'm the biggest Tom around."
That's
and
awesome.
so they do that. So you judge a turkey. People judge a turkey by its beard length, which is here, which is a beard. This was about 11 and a half, 12-inch beard on this guy, and the spur length. So here's its feet that it walks on, and here's the spurs. So I'm not into like trophy hunting, so I don't know how long these spurs are. They don't look more than an inch to me, but probably about an inch. So it's probably about a 3-year-old bird or so, 4-year-old.
Wow. Yeah.
But yeah, I love the look of this stuff in our house, in our basement, and Mindy graciously allows me, thank you, honey, to keep it, to do what I love and do my hobbies with that. So I also love fishing and stuff like that. I don't have any fish mounted, but I do birds and furs in the basement and stuff. I like to make some things out of them. So the last thing I want to do before we leave you tonight is I want to christen Colleen Coffee, with a special hat.
Oh, yeah. You guys are gonna love this. I'm like playing cinematographer over here. Getting a good arm workout. It's good. Now this hat, though, you're gonna have to let me know if you like it. If I should invest in something like this.
So, I actually made this myself. Found some patterns online. I think it's all Colleen, so you guys can tell me if you don't disagree. So this is her.
All right.
Right here.
Oh yeah.
That's right. Mountain man. Mountain woman.
Man.
Mountain woman Colleen. Right there. No.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's my awesome outfit. Yoga pants. I love it. Yeah, let's just keep this on. I like this. Except I can't see. We pull it back just this actually is pretty awesome. Let's just be honest.
You look good.
This
you
looks
do.
good.
You hit your complexion right. You look sharp.
All right, I think I should invest. Hello, Brittany. Hey, Brittany. That's awesome. Well, cool. Well, Jobe, is there anything else you want to encourage, like, people out there, just, encouraging them with just exploring wildlife or gardening or anything that you feel in your heart to, your faith, whatever it is? Yeah.
Yep. So, guys, I hunt and I fish and I do that stuff because of serenity and peace of Jesus. Guys, there's nothing more important to me in my life, in my kids' life, in my family's life, than knowing the Father in heaven. I believe in the Bible, and I that's what I live my life off of. So, guys, if you get that opportunity to either, some people's quiet place may be their closet. My quiet place is my tree stands, and I pray, and that's a meditation time. Find those quiet times, guys. I watched a sermon this week that said every Christian needs those quiet times. So, those quiet places. So find those places. It's almost a requirement from the Bible. Find those places that you can do that and get closer to Him.
Yeah, that's great. I love that. Oh yeah, I know. I saw mom commented woodworking, but I'll ask you about that in a second. But yeah, I love that. Like for me, my time, like similar, like just quiet time is like writing. I love that, and being creative. That's something I just love to do. But I love also to take walks outside. I think being out just in nature, God created the nature, and originally before we had all this, internet, TV, buildings and all this, we had only the nature, so I feel like that's so cool. I love that. It's amazing. And then I have requests by 2 people about your woodworking. You have to share something. You can share something.
I do dabble.
Oh, thank you.
I do dabble in the woodworking piece. A little. I'm back. So I am very, very green at woodworking, but I've started to do some different stuff. Table, a little bar shelf on my deck that I like to serve food off of. So it's not perfect by any means. It's my first piece as far as the epoxy tables go. I built in tables and other things. So I'm just gathering equipment for that stuff. But I like woodworking. It's fun. I like anything artistic. I like to draw and do those kind of things. I haven't drawn in many years. But I do enjoy that stuff.
He's
so,
a great
Colleen,
artist.
thank you for having me on this show. I appreciate it. And it's been a pleasure. Guys, reach out to me if you need anything, need prayer. I'm a prayer warrior, so anything like that, feel free.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on.
Thanks, Jobe. Really appreciate you, and so glad that you've been on here. So you can message him on Facebook. His name on Facebook is Jobe Kissel, correct?
Yes.
So I'll type this up on Instagram, and you can ask him any questions. He'll pray for you if you have a prayer request. Like gardening questions that you have, hunting questions, like maybe good locations and things like that. Just whatever you have, he's there, and he's gonna. So thanks, Jobe, I'm gonna give you a hug. Thanks for being on here, and a real quick hi from my nieces, his daughters, real quick, because I know they want to say hi. This is Adel, and this is Miley. Scarlett, I think, is in the house. Miley's been cinematographer for a little bit here, so. All right, well, thanks, everyone. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Hello. Bye. I turned it off.